Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. Time for another Metal Earth build, another one from the Harry Potter universe. One that is probably going to be the most complicated. We have Hogwarts Express train. It's another train. I've built one train. It was one of the first things outside of sci-fi related things that I built. Wasn't too bad. There was a lot of wheels. The track was difficult. But I've got a lot more experience now. I'm kind of excited about this guy. And it's got, what, 2 cars with it? 1 car, 2 cars? I'm not sure. Let's open it up, see what it looks like, and build it. Time to tackle the Hogwarts Express. What am I in store for? Seems thick. Come on. We have 1, 2, 3 metal sheets and 2 pieces of paper for the instructions. Let's set the metal sheets aside. Let's start with the one that says Harry Potter. Let's open that up. Oh look, it says Harry Potter across the top. And page 1. And you've got your usual line drawing, the address for the 360 view, the barcode, or not barcode, QR code, whether or not that works, that's kind of tiny. The usual section about insertion tabs, insertion holds, fold lines, you know, those pliers being helpful for assembly. The legend, which is now coming first. E points at the engraved side, NE points at the non-engraved side. An attention point is pointing at something to pay attention to. Sometimes it has words explaining what you should pay attention to. Sometimes it's just a matter of an arrow pointing at a tab or a slot, trying to tell you to make sure you go into that tab or slot. And if we go down towards the bottom, we have the blue circle. When you see that in the directions, it's indicating to bend a tab over 90 degrees. The green triangle is indicating to twist the tab 90 degrees. And this little note here, if you pull and screw metal tabs 90 degrees to tighten, it makes a slightly tighter connection. And then we have one of the metal sheets here. Let's see if I can find that one. See if I can get them back apart. They're hanging. And there we go. That's one of them. It's showing you the numbers for the different parts so you can find them on the sheets. And we have items that are colored in, parts that are colored in the same color. That's saying that these are the same part number. So you'll get one of them, like 23. It's pointing at this yellow one. All of these yellow ones are part 23 and used in different places, possibly extras, and the rest of them do not have a number pointing to them. So it saves a little space, makes it a little simpler. I like that they do that. Go over to the top of page 2, and we have the other 2 metal sheets. Like so. And again, the numbers pointing to where the parts are. Find them on the sheet. Continuing with the parts that are the same color. We have some more blue that were on the previous diagram. Purples, so on and so forth. And below that, we have the start of the assembly flowchart. Starting with part 1 and how to fold it. Part 2, right here, connect. Part 3 and how to fold it, connect. 4, fold, connect, and then over here 6. And you've got a lot of little sub areas showing you how to fold stuff and how it comes together. And you just follow the arrows, you keep going down to the bottom. Of course, at the bottom, we'll flip to the back side to page 3. Continue following the arrows and filling out the sub assemblies in whatever direction they may take. Page 4, much of the same. Now we're zigzagging back and forth. No, we're not. And then here, and then up and down and over. It gets a little confusing sometimes. At the end of that, we have to continue on to the next page. Open this up to the inside. to page 5. We continue on following the arrows and the sub-assemblies, and then page 6, follow the arrows, page 7, we're almost there, getting to the front part, over to page 8, you get all the way to the bottom, and you are done. Let's talk tools. I have a pretty standard set of tools that I use in most every build. I have needle nose pliers, I have flat nose pliers, I have flush clippers. These are a must for me. They clip parts off the sheets quickly and cleanly. I have a set of precision tweezers, one with a very pointed end, one with the pointed end ground down slightly, and flat set with a sort of curved tip, useful for twisting tabs in slightly curved areas. I also have a pretty standard set of tweezers with a flat angled end. These come in one of the Iconics kits, and I use them a lot. When it comes to shaping rounded parts, there are many options. I used dowel rods for a long time. I sharpened the ends of 2 of them with a pencil sharpener. These 2 are great for making cone shapes. Another option is a cheap drill bit set. This set has quite a few different sizes to choose from. Another option is a set of step mandrels. Ring pliers or round nose pliers can be found with jewelry making tools and work wonderfully for curving delicate and or hard to get to areas. So we've been over the instructions. We've talked about some tools. We've got our metal sheets ready and waiting. Let's build this. The instructions say to twist the tabs holding the outer parts of the wheel on, but I opted to fold them for a neater look. Since the wheels are the same steps over and over, I'm skipping a few things to move this video along. It took a little time to double check that I was putting the parts in the right slots. In this situation, I think it only fits one way, but better safe than sorry, right? I noticed that the twisted tabs on part 9 were keeping the side panel from sitting flat. I worked to bend them over a little and decided to bend over the tabs on the other side. In hindsight, I should have folded out the lower bend first and made sure it lined up with the other sides, then bent the upper section. I slightly twisted the tabs to hold the two sides together until I could put the rest of it together. Then I will go back, untwist, and bend over the tabs. Since there is only one tab holding part 19 to 20, I twisted the tab a little extra to keep it from coming unscrewed. Not too much though, or the tab might break off. There was very little room to twist these two tabs, so I just pushed them over. If you watched my videos, you know I sometimes bend tabs over with my fingernails. was being careful not to warp this part or its sides when I bent them down. Bend the center tab down to point in the same direction as the other two. The tabs will line up with the slots better. I really confused myself here. I kept looking at part 55 the wrong point of view and curved it the wrong way. Then I couldn't figure out why things were not lining up. Oops. I shaped part 58 the wrong way, sort of inside out, and by the time I realized it, I didn't want to go back and fix it. It'll be my unique touch. When I tried to put parts 59 on, I realized I had not curved the center tank enough. I also had a tough time getting a good grip on the tabs to twist them, so I bent them over instead. This video has been edited down. I've not shown all the different attempts, adjustments, or retries of this build. I also clip out parts where I am studying directions, searching for and clipping parts, and sometimes repetitive steps. It may make this kit look like it comes together easier than it did, but there are a lot of bending and adjusting of parts to make things fit. Work slowly, be patient, and take your time. Interestingly, the picture on the package and online shows the bottom rear of these side areas as being curved in, but the instructions do not indicate to do that. Plus, none of the pictures I could find online supported that curve. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hogwarts Express. Use my thumb. It's 2 pieces, and they join in the middle, and it's a challenge to get that in there. So I'm going to set this down. This was a fun build. I really enjoyed putting this together. It was challenging. It wasn't overly challenging. It wasn't frustrating. It just took a lot of time and paying attention, and I know I say that a lot, but just work slowly through it. Wasn't that difficult. Few challenges, but nothing overwhelming. So I really did enjoy this model, and it looks wonderful. It's another one of those situations where I really didn't appreciate the thing until I made a model of it. Now I have a greater appreciation of that train. So that's really nice. Another fun side effect of learning a little bit about the things that you build. Now this model took just under 4 hours. It took almost 4 hours. I did take my time with it. I did double check a lot of stuff, so that's part of it, but there's a lot of shaping of wheels and trying to get things to fit. Mainly the usual stuff. As you can see, it's 2 pieces. There's a little pin that you can carefully shape to connect them together. Not that this thing is going to go down any railroad tracks because the wheels don't actually turn, but it's posable. So you can have it set at slight angles, or have the 2 cars pulled apart, or just be very careful with that pin. It's a pain to get into place, but that's just me. Of the 3 Harry Potter models I've built so far, this is definitely my favorite, most enjoyable build. So it ranks at number 1. It is complicated, it is long, there is 3 sheets, but I don't feel like it's quite as hard, at least in overall, as maybe Hagrid's hut, because there was a lot of challenging parts to get to come together in that, and it was a little bit more frustrating. Now I have one more to do. I have the dragon, so that's coming up next. As always, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. Thank you for watching, and keep on keeping on.